Greetings, folks. This is another review, this time going back to action figures. I just got a new box of toys from Dorkside Toys. This is only the second order I've ever placed with them. Well, not true. I placed a previous one. The first one was pre-orders. But this is the second package I've actually gotten. Pretty decent turnaround time. If you've never ordered from Dorkside Toys, just be aware that underneath the little map that shows your house and where you are is the tracking number, and you actually have to click on that link to follow the tracking. So just be aware of that, so you don't send customer service a nasty gram asking them where your package is, since it doesn't look like it's shipped. So, I've already cut open the box, since, once again, I'm a one-man show, so I try to take off a little bit of the legwork. And what I have inside are 2 Cobra Officers and 2 Cobra Infantry, not to be confused with the Cobra Trooper. Basically the same figure, but with one less weapon and a slightly different paint deco. So this is the side box art, which is actually very nifty, and I actually really like the groovy death look on the Cobra Infantry Trooper. This is what the Cobra Officer looks like out of the box. Well, in the box, I should say first. The box art. Number 37. For those that might not know, G.I. Joe Classified doesn't actually do file cards anymore, which sucks in my opinion. But you have to download this app and scan the code on the inside, and it'll give you the statistics. And this is the box art on the back. Very cool, very snazzy. Alright, and let's move on to the Cobra Trooper. Sorry, Infantry. Cobra Infantry. That's what the box art on the front looks like. Number 24. There's that artwork again. And the artwork on that. And I will be back in a moment after I've cut open the Cobra Officer. Alright, here's the Cobra Officer in its plastic prison. Comes with a helmet, the figure, several weapons, and a nifty dagger. And have to look at what that is. So I'll be back and he'll be out of his plastic prison. Okay, so I have the Cobra Officer, which is on the left, and the Cobra Infantry Trooper on the right. And I have their gear minus one little item that decided to drop off the tray, and I'll find it later. So it has 3 guns, a knife, a removable backpack that holds one of the weapons, and his helmet. And on the Cobra Infantry, you get the machine gun, 2 pistols, a knife, and the helmet. Now, the biggest difference between the Infantry and the Trooper, as I said, is a slight paint deco change, and the fact that it doesn't have the large Nerf sniper rifle, although they left you the Nerf machine gun. Now, one of the things I'd like to point out is that on the Nerf machine gun, it has these unsightly pegs, so it can fit in the peg hole on the back, which I'll show you once I have everything all souped up again, that I'm sure a lot of people complained about at first. So on the Cobra Officer, this is what holds the peg hole to go into the back. So that is definitely a big improvement in my opinion. And here are my Cobra Officer and Infantry Trooper all decked out in their weapons. See, I have the AK turned slightly to the side. His SMG in his hand. His knife in the sheath. Now, a note about that side holster. It can be a real annoyance trying to get that Mauser into the hip holster. Don't know why they didn't give him a thigh holster. That would make too much sense, I suppose. Or a cross draw on his vest. Now, the vest is slightly different than the infantry one. Obviously, because it doesn't have the knife in the shoulder harness. It's on the sheath on his leg. Just a quick look at the back. So it ports into the back very easily. You can move around. Like I said, I have mine tilted slightly, because doing it straight back doesn't seem like it'd be very easy to draw that out. Now for the Cobra Infantry, you'll notice that I've added the Nemesis Munitions M3A1 based on the animated series Cobra weapon. You can get those from Nemesis Munitions on eBay. Pack of 4 costs about 15 bucks, I believe. It's been a while since I ordered it. The Infantry Trooper is a different hue than the Officer, which is fine, diversity and all. It's got the same back as the Cobra Trooper, but obviously since it doesn't have the second weapon, there's nothing going into that hole. And I'm sure that the AK from the Officer will fit in there just nicely. It has the pistol in the back harness, pistol in the front harness hidden behind the weapon, the knife. And there you go. And there they go. Now to give it a little bit of scale, I have from a different line the Action Force Night Ops Steel Brigade. They stand at about the same height. Steel Brigade actually looks a little bit taller, just barely though. Note, I had fun trying to get the weapon in the right hand on the Cobra Officer, so as I didn't have any hot water or a heat gun handy, I just opted for the left and was able to make it work. But for all the grief that I've heard people give Valor Versus figures for some of the joints on the very first wave, I've had to heat more hands for G.I. Joes than I have Action Force. Well, hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you all next time when I have more weapons and figures to review. Hopefully very shortly. Take care, and until next time.